Hello and welcome to Vietnam Journal, our daily English news bulletin on NetViet VTC 10. I'm Ngọc Ánh speaking from Hanoi. Every day we will bring you comprehensive and up-to-date information on Vietnam and following our major stories on Tuesday. U.S. agency helps develop international airports in Vietnam. Canada Education Week starts in Vietnam. And we'll explore bún chả, a delicacy of Hanoi. The U.S. Trade and Development Agency has signed a grant agreement worth $538,000 with the Middle Airports Corporation to develop Chu Lai International Airport in central Vietnam. The information was released by the management board of the Chu Lai Open Economic Zone on Sunday.
The grant will fund a feasibility study for Chu Lai International Airport in Vietnam's central province of Quảng Nam. The study will be carried out between now and 2012. The research will put forth planning and construction options in order to make Chu Lai a regional air cargo hub while expanding its passenger traffic capacity. Currently, Chu Lai Airport handles 40,000 passengers per year and no cargo. This study will assist Vietnam's Middle Airports Corporation in developing a plan to reach 5 million tons of cargo and 4 million passengers by 2030.
Vietnam's VinFast Motor Group on Monday officially announced being the official distributor of Italy's Lambretta Motors. The ambassador of Italy in Vietnam, Lambretta's designer and Lambretta Consortium director attended the announcing ceremony.
VinFast Group is the sole distributor of the model Lambretta LN125 in Vietnam, with 2 showrooms in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. Another 3 to 5 showrooms will be opened at the end of this year. Lambretta LN125 is the work of the famous Italian designer Alessandro Tartarini. The new product is provided with the estimated price of $5,900 US. This scooter is sold in many countries in the world, such as the US, European countries, and Japan. Lambretta is the Italian famous scooter brand name in the 1950s and 1960s. This launching event is held within the Italy-Vietnam Cultural Week in Vietnam.
On the occasion of Lambretta brand new scooter model introduction to Vietnam, VTC 10 reporter had an interview with Mr. Giovanni Contoni, president of Motum Electronics Spa. He will talk about the opportunities for Lambretta in the Asian country.
Thank you, Mr. Giovanni, for joining our talk today. Can you explain a little bit about the history of Lambretta scooter in Vietnam?
We come in Vietnam, number one, because we know we have exist one tradition in the market and the use of Lambretta, because pending the year 62 until 68, Lambretta in Vietnam is very, very popular. The people of Vietnam like the style, the Italian style, like the fashion, the Italian style, because Lambretta is not only scooter, it's a style.
So why does Lambretta Italy want to return to Vietnam and join the motorbike market?
It's big market, but also the market is similar. The people like the fashion, like the style, like style Lambretta. This is the motivation.
What do you think determines the success of Lambretta scooter?
We don't have a competitor, because we are Lambretta. We are the number one, we are alone. We hope we will make 30,000 pieces in 1 year, but we want to follow also the quality product, not only the quantity. We won't sell one.
So what's Lambretta's plan in Vietnam in the near future?
We are sure that in this country possible Lambretta really become strong. And then the next year we are sure we have the project, make good, big investment in Vietnam and make a factory directly here. We don't know we make in Ho Chi Minh or in Hanoi, but sure we got to make one factory.
Thank you, Mr. Giovanni, for answering my questions. Thank you very much.
And following is some business news in brief.
South Korea-based Dalian Industrial Group has recently negotiated with Vietnam Petroleum Corp to invest in Southern Phong Oil refinery project. Located in central Vietnam, this refinery has a design capacity of 10 million tons per year. Dalian revealed that the two parties have signed a memorandum of understanding for investing in the oil refinery project with total capital of $3 billion.
Hyundai Engineering and Construction Company has started building a $1.7 billion coal-fired power plant, Mong Dương 1 in northern Vietnam on October 22nd. The South Korean company was awarded a $1.27 billion contract in September to build the 1,080 megawatt plant. The facility is scheduled to start generating power in the first quarter of 2015. Vietnam's export surplus to the United States approximated $1.11 billion last month. Vietnam's export to the world's largest economy totaled nearly $12.4 billion in the first 9 months. The figure accounted for nearly 18% of the Asian country's total export value. Meanwhile, Vietnam imported nearly $3.2 billion worth of products from the giant partner.
Vietnam Journal. It's not just news, it's life in Vietnam.
The Canadian Education Institute is holding a Canada Education Week in Vietnam from October the 23rd to the 29th. More than 70 education centers throughout Canada participate in this third annual event, which started in Ho Chi Minh City.
Students have opportunities to talk with Vietnamese alumni about living and studying experiences in Canada. This event is aimed to provide detailed information about study in Canada for Vietnamese students. The key activities of the Education Week will be 3 exhibitions in Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang and Hanoi. Every year, Canada attracts more than 2,000 international students to study and experience its modern learning environment. In 2010, Vietnam had more than 2,000 students living and studying in Canada.
A book exhibition entitled Vietnam Nowadays opened at the Vietnam Culture Center in Paris on October the 22nd. The exhibition is aimed to promote the publication of Vietnamese books translated into French.
The exhibition featured over 300 book titles about history, literature, gastronomy, and children. Noteworthy are 2 historical novels, namely 8 Dynasties of Lý Kings and Stormy Trần Dynasty. They were compiled by Vietnamese author Hoàng Quốc Hải in 20 years and published in 2010 on the occasion of the millennial anniversary of Hanoi. The exhibition will run until October 29th. The event is expected to help overseas Vietnamese have a better understanding about culture, development, and international integration of Vietnam.
Vietnamese circus artists Giang Quốc Cơ and Giang Quốc Nghiệp presented Sức Mạnh Đôi Tay or The Strength of Hands at the 13th International Circus Festival in Italy from October the 13th to the 17th. They won 3 prizes at the event.
Sức Mạnh Đôi Tay or The Strength of Hands, performed by brothers Giang Quốc Cơ and Giang Quốc Nghiệp from the Ho Chi Minh City Circus Company, was awarded a silver medal and 2 other prizes from the event's sponsors. They included world-renowned circus companies Monte Carlo and Cirque du Soleil. Contestants from Romania and Cuba also won silver medals for the same performances using hands to balance the whole body. 3 gold medals were awarded to Russian and Italian artists for acrobatic performances. This year's 5-day event in Italy attracted international artists from 15 countries worldwide. Previously, Sức mạnh đôi tay was awarded gold medals at the 3rd International Circus Festival in Vietnam last year. The performance also won the Grand Prix prize and the bronze medal at the International Circus Festival 2011 in the Cuban capital of Havana this August. Go and nghiệp Bruna presents Sức mạnh đôi tay in the Circus Festival to be held in China from October 22nd to 31st.
Hanoi's vermicelli dish served with grilled pork is made in a simple and straightforward process. But the delicacy has become so unique that Hanoians never forget its taste, no matter where they are. The dish even gives travelers tasting it for the first time an unforgettable memory.
Hanoi has more than 15 different kinds of vermicelli. However, bún chả is always the first that comes to mind. People traditionally eat bún chả on street corners or purchase the dish from street vendors. Nowadays, the common places to eat this dish are in restaurants, with the most famous bún chả restaurant located on Hàng Mành Street.
Đầu tiên là khâu chọn lựa. Muốn được một suất bún chả ngon thì mình phải nước mắm thì có thể là mình phải chọn lựa rất là đặc biệt. Sau đấy thì bắt đầu đến thịt mình cũng phải lựa chọn là một loại thịt ngon. Sau đấy sơ chế ra, tẩm ướp và nướng bằng than củi. Rau thì phải trên 10 loại rau thơm và phải của láng. Bún thì nhà mình phải đặt từ một loại gạo tám đặc biệt, phải là từ làng Phú Đô.
Vermicelli used for bún chả is not the typical kind of vermicelli used in shellfish vermicelli or other kind of noodle dishes. It is smaller, consisting of 1/3 of the rice powder normally used. A good sauce ball requires a perfect mixing technique, proper amounts of ingredients, and a little talent. Papaya pieces, together with black pepper and slices of chili, are vital to make a good sauce ball. A good bowl of sauce has a perfect ratio of sweet sour, salty, spicy, giving off a distinct fragrance.
Cái hương vị về từng miếng chả của nhà hàng, những miếng chả được nướng lên là rất là thơm. Thêm vào đó là cái nước mắm pha rất là vừa, ăn rất là vừa miệng. Và bổ sung cùng bún chả là gồm có các cái loại rau quả, rau ăn kèm thì cũng được nhà hàng thực hiện rất là vệ sinh, và với quan điểm của tôi thì là tôi thấy là cửa hàng này là rất ngon.
Eating bún chả without vegetable is not ideal. The freshness of vegetables such as perilla, lang basil, and salads complement the bún chả. The combination makes it one of the best in Hanoi cuisine, and the people who taste it once will never forget. Making a bún chả dish is simple, but making a good dish depends on the cook's experiences and traditional secrets. The kind of bamboo to grill meat is a fresh one, freshly chopped, cut into sticks, and properly washed. Pork grilled with bamboo sticks will have a unique fragrance resonating from the ingredients.
Kẹp chả bằng que tre, đấy, rất truyền thống.
What started as a simple dish has transformed into a complicated process. Nevertheless, it retains the uniqueness that makes Hanoi's bún chả a dish that no one can forget.
Well, the Hanoi cuisine story has wrapped up our bulletin for today. From all of us here at NetViet VTC 10, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again tomorrow.